What is the story, my friends? You are very welcome along to today's Anfield Agenda news roundup. It is still speculation season and it's in full flow, but there are a couple of little tidbits that I wanted to bring to you guys around our gaffer, a target that might not be a target, somebody who I've been advocating for quite a while, and a couple of other bits and pieces, including a new role to be created at Liverpool Football Club that the club are currently looking to hire somebody for, and the usual news roundup that you get here on Anfield Agenda. So, I'm going to do my part over the next few minutes, go through all the news, trying to deliver it to you as best as I can. What do I want from you guys? Well, one, if you enjoy the video, let me know in the comment section and your thoughts, of course. Don't forget to drop a like and hit that subscribe button. It is that time where I remind you that we are down to less than 20 tickets left for the Anfield Agenda live show in Liverpool. We're going to be there on the 4th of August at the Hot Water Comedy Club. You can come and see us. It's an all ages event, and just like our Cardiff show 2 days earlier on August the 2nd, all tickets are priced at just £15. As I mentioned, they are all ages events, and you can get your tickets with the link in the description of this video. Right, let's get straight into it, and a bit of worrying news, at least I think it's worrying news, around Virgil van Dijk's future. Now, it's nothing to say he's imminently going to depart, but there is a report that said Liverpool have put contract talks with Virgil van Dijk on hold until the end of 2024. Now, I've been racking my brain trying to figure out the rationale behind this. Best I can think of is that Virgil is so relaxed about it and the club are so relaxed about it that it's a no-brainer for them, that there are other things that are more pressing, shall we say. I don't know if that's the case or not. It does worry me, I can't lie, letting Virg get into the end of the year. So that's almost that January where he's able to sign a pre-contract with another club. So I want to know your thoughts on this, if indeed it is true. And we've got to take it with a massive pinch of salt. I've been banging on for quite a while, as you may have noticed, about my fear about Virgil, Mohamed Salah and Trent and their contract situation. So I'd love to know what you guys make of this one. I can't really see Virg going anywhere else. Maybe if Liverpool feel like his legs are gone at the end of this campaign, maybe they won't renew. But other than that, I certainly can see Virgil playing for another few years at the highest level and hopefully at Liverpool Football Club. So let me know your thoughts on that, the first of today's stories. Next up, as I mentioned at the start of the video, is a situation that we are linked to the player, we are looking at the player, but how much of a priority is the player? The one in question at the moment is my personal favourite, Ederson of Atalanta. Not Ederson, the Manchester City goalkeeper, Ederson, the defensive midfielder. So David Lynch was speaking with Anfield Index and he said, I have no doubt that Ederson is somebody that Liverpool have been watching, but it seems to be one that's getting shot down at the moment and there doesn't seem to be much momentum behind it. So here's my take on this. I don't know what David Lynch has been told. I believe he's probably been told exactly what he's saying. But here's the thing that gets me. There are lots of journalists who are able to tell us and get briefed by the club of ones that aren't targets, right? So he said that Ederson's on the list, but not a priority and there doesn't seem to be much momentum behind it. Why don't we ever find out who they are then? Who are the ones we're interested in? Because it seems like so far this window, journalists have been brilliant about pouring cold water on transfers, but they've not really let us know who the club are actually after. So is it just one big game of bluff? Is everybody trying to figure it out as they go along? Or is there some kind of rationale behind this? Because it's really confused me at the start of this transfer window. So another thing I said to you guys is Liverpool have put out a new job into the market, and it's a role that I've never heard of before, but I will go through and give you guys a bit of a heads up. So the piece in the Echo said Liverpool are advertising for another key role. It's a key role now apparently in Arne Slot's backroom team. On Saturday evening, the club's director of research, Will Spearman, revealed that the club are hiring for a performance insights lead within their research department. As confused as I am, that goes on to say it's described as a varied role. The performance insight lead will provide the relevant data in a centralised and accessible way to the medical, fitness and sports science team throughout the club, which they will collaborate closely. I don't know. This is definitely above my pay grade, but certainly looks like we're packing up the data centre anyway. We're bringing up a lot of computer backup to Arne Slot. And I love that the club are leaving no stone unturned. I'm not at all averse to Liverpool looking into the statistical side of things or the data side of things. Anything that can give us that 1 or 2% edge, I'm fully behind. But it's certainly a role I've never heard of before anyway. So let me know in the comment section if you're as confused about that role as I am. Right, we do have confirmation on when exactly the transfer window will shut. And remember, this year there's been a bit of a change. So the transfer window will shut in the Premier League on August the 30th at 11 p.m. UK time. This was a conscious decision according to this piece from the Premier League because they want to bring it in line with other major European leagues, meaning it will close at the same time for England, Germany, Spain, Italy and France. So no late poaching of clubs' players, which we've seen in other windows when the Premier League has shut a little bit early. So I actually think this is a good idea and will benefit everybody because there's nobody going to be undermined at the last minute or being left short because our window's closed, a club come in, destabilise somebody, and somebody's left with no ability to bring in another player till January. Bit of an odd one this, but do you remember when we beat a certain club by 11 goals to 2? Do you remember about that in the Europa League when we absolutely went out and whooped a club 11-2? Do you remember? Well, their manager has just been poached to replace Arne Slot at Feyenoord. Yes, that is right. The team on the other end of our whooping have apparently impressed so much, or their manager has, that they've brought him in, Sparta Prague's gaffer, all the way over to Feyenoord to replace Arne Slot. Let me know what you think of that. Look, it's a nothing story, but it's an interesting one at the same time. Right, I'm going to move on to the main story in a second, but just another update here. A couple more players getting on the train of the idea of selling Mohamed Salah this summer. Paul Robinson, former goalkeeper, saying that it's a now or never thing. Liverpool either sell him this summer or they throw away £100 million. And I am very much in that camp. Now, there's more news that I'd like to cover today, but I'm hanging off on some of the stories till tonight at 8:30 as I'm still doing a bit more research. Levi Colwill is one of those that I will be covering in a lot more detail tonight if you want to come and join us at 8:30. Now, to finish up today, I've got two stories left. The big one that you're clicking on for the thumbnail and a little Andre update, because a lot of you guys have been asking what's going on with Andre from Fluminense. Well, it looks like what was going to happen a year ago might well be happening. So Bayern Munich currently agreeing a deal, or looking to agree a deal to bring João Palhinha from Fulham over to Germany. Well, guess what? They're going to spend that money, according to Sky Sports, on Andres Fluminense, who they believe they can bring in to replace João Palhinha. It's like being back a year, but that is genuinely where we're at. Luis Diaz has spoken out about his future as well, and he's had something very positive to say. I always wanted to play here. I'm very happy to play at Liverpool. It's a great club. I'm very calm. I'm not thinking about anything else. I'm thinking about the Colombian national team, which is where we are. Now, the final bit today is one that I think will excite you guys quite a bit. So we all know about Barcelona's financial trouble and the problems that they have freeing up cash. Well, a report coming out of Spain suggests that they may have to make some uncomfortable decisions. It's about time, says some of us, right? How many levers can one club have? Well, apparently Ronald Araujo, yes, the one that many of you guys have dreamed about seeing a Liverpool Football Club, because every day in the chat I'm constantly met with people going, Araujo, anything on Araujo? And I've never been able to say yes. But it looks like Barcelona, for €80 million or £67 million, could be willing to sell Araujo, and Liverpool's name has been one of those clubs that have been linked. Now, of course, massive pinch of salt when you're talking about stuff coming out of Spain. You always have to look to what the agenda is behind it. But if he is available, and Liverpool have spoken previously about being willing to go out into the market and spend big money where necessary, let me know what you think on this one. Would you like to see Liverpool make a move for Darwin Núñez, international compatriot Ronald Araujo? And do you think £67 million is a fair fee? Let me know in the comment section, because I think personally he wouldn't be my first choice, but I do think it's probably a fair valuation at £67 million. And I do think we have to look to the future as well. Because yes, we're going to bring in a centre-back. We've got Kanade, we've got Jarell Kwanzaa and Virgil van Dijk, but we know we need at least one more. And if the club are willing to spend money for the right players and Araujo's available, surely it's worth looking at. So let me know in the comment section what you think about that one. Liverpool to make a move for Ronald Araujo at about €80 million, yes or no? Is it feasible or is it more? nonsense coming out of Spain, basically. So that is pretty much it from me for this afternoon's video. It's gone on a little bit longer than normally, and I do apologise, or normal I should say. I do apologise for that, but there is quite a bit to go through, which is why I've even had to hold back some stuff, as I mentioned, for tonight at 8:30. If you're wondering about our Euros coverage here on the channel, we will be starting on Friday when the tournament starts. 7:30, you can join me for a watch-along of Germany and Scotland. I hope to see you tonight, or if not, on Friday when the Euros start. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to drop a like on the video, hit that subscribe button, and let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Much love, my friends. Bye-bye.